Rome is the only city in the world that has another country inside it. Nestled on the west bank of the river Tiber, Vatican City is the world's smallest independent state, covering an area of just 44 hectares. It is governed by the Pope and has a population of just over 800. It also has its own army, its own currency, and its own post office. But Rome is more than just that. Do you know which place in Rome attracts the most tourists? Stay tuned to find out. Finished in 80 AD, the Colosseum is the largest amphitheater ever constructed at the time. It could accommodate up to 80,000 spectators who came to witness gladiator battles, public executions, animal hunts, and reenactments of historical conflicts. Today, it stands as one of the 7 new wonders of the world. When visiting the Colosseum, there are different types of tickets available. The standard ticket grants access to the main Colosseum area, along with the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill. You also have the option to purchase additional access to the arena floor and the underground for an extra fee. The arena floor experience is highly recommended. A platform has been built over part of the arena, offering a unique opportunity to stand there and gaze up at the Colosseum's towering walls. For a deeper dive into its history, a guided tour of the underground is available, providing insight into the Colosseum's past, including the locations where animals were kept, where gladiators awaited their turn, and how the venue functioned behind the scenes. Now, before we move on to the next destination, here's a fun question for you. Which famous Roman landmark is known for its large fountain and the tradition of throwing coins? Comment your answer below. The Roman Forum is a top contender on any list of must-see attractions in Rome, often vying for attention alongside the Colosseum, the Pantheon, St. Peter's Basilica, and the Vatican museums. While it is a key highlight for tourists in the city, the Roman Forum can be somewhat disappointing for many visitors due to the lack of signage and information available. The Forum is a vast, somewhat disorganized site scattered with architectural remnants and ongoing archaeological digs. It stretches across a wide area between the Colosseum, Capitoline Hill, and the legendary Palatine Hill. Few locations in the world offer as rich a sense of history as the Roman Forum. Though it may not seem like it today, the Forum was once one of the greatest achievements of ancient Rome. In ancient times, the Roman Forum was a hub for commercial, religious, political, legal, and social activities. Public events, such as celebrations, trials, elections, educational gatherings, and gladiatorial games, were held there. As the heart of ancient Rome, the Forum was the site of nearly every significant event in the city's history. Its narrow pathways were lined with shops, markets, courthouses, temples, and monuments. The history of the Roman Forum is intertwined with the very history of Rome itself. According to Roman mythology, it was the location where the city's founding brothers, Romulus and Remus, are said to have met between their 2 strongholds on the Palatine and Capitoline Hills when Rome was established in 753 BC. If you are watching this, please click the subscribe button in the corner of the screen. It's completely free but means a lot to us. Palatine Hill is one of the 7 hills of Rome, towering above the Roman Forum and only a short walk from the Colosseum. Since tickets for the Roman Forum and the Colosseum also include entry to Palatine Hill, visiting all 3 sites together is a great way to maximize your time. Depending on your pace, you should plan to spend about 3 to 5 hours exploring these attractions. At the summit of Palatine Hill, you'll discover a fascinating mix of archaeological excavations, the ruins of majestic temples and grand palaces, and an insightful museum. Among the hill's most well-known features are the impressive, yet dilapidated, remains of Domitian's palace, but there are many other lesser-known gems scattered across the hill. These include active excavation sites, where ongoing research continues to unearth relics of ancient Rome, as well as hidden underground areas that reveal the complexity of the city's past. In ancient times, Palatine Hill was the epicenter of wealth and political power. The hill was seen as a symbol of status and influence, with the views over the Forum and the rest of the city providing both a strategic and luxurious vantage point. However, as the Roman Empire began to decline, so too did the hill's prominence. The once glorious palaces and temples gradually fell into disrepair, and over time, much of the hill was abandoned, leaving behind the ruins that can be explored today. For visitors to Rome, Palatine Hill is a crucial site for understanding the city's deep historical roots. Vatican City holds the title of being the smallest sovereign state in the world, covering just 44 hectares. Despite its compact size and a population of only around 1,000 residents, it attracts an astounding number of visitors, around 19,000 per day. This influx of tourists is a clear testament to the wealth of cultural, historical, and religious treasures housed within its walls. The Vatican is home to some of the most iconic masterpieces in the world, including the magnificent St. Peter's Basilica and the Vatican Museums, which contain works of art and artifacts that span centuries of human history. With so much to see and do, it's no wonder that visiting the Vatican is considered a once-in-a-lifetime experience for many. Vatican City, though small in size, is packed with monumental structures that speak to its religious and artistic significance. Its holy buildings, including St. Peter's Basilica, the Sistine Chapel, and St. Peter's Square, are unparalleled in their grandeur. The sheer scale and opulence of the Vatican's buildings and museums can be overwhelming. Visitors are often surprised by how much there is to see in such a small area, and it can be difficult to know where to start or what to focus on. The Vatican's popularity makes it one of the most visited places in the world. It's a place where history, religion, and art converge in one small, yet incredibly significant, location. While its size may be manageable, the volume of things to see and experience can easily overwhelm first-time visitors. The key to fully appreciating the Vatican is understanding its layers of meaning. It's not only the seat of the Roman Catholic Church, but also a repository of some of the most celebrated works of art in history. Due to the crowds, it's easy to feel a bit lost in the sea of visitors, but with careful planning, you can make the most of your time and ensure you don't miss the highlights. In an effort to enhance accessibility in the heart of Rome, a grand set of 135 steps was constructed in 1723, connecting the vibrant Piazza di Spagna with the more elevated Piazza Trinita dei Monti. The Piazza di Spagna lies at the bottom of a Roman hillside, while Piazza Trinita dei Monti rests at a higher point, providing a striking visual contrast between the two. The Spanish steps were designed to bridge the gap between these two areas, offering a convenient and picturesque route for both locals and visitors. As a result, the staircase has become one of the most iconic and frequently visited attractions in Rome, drawing tourists from around the globe. This elegant structure is often considered one of the finest examples of Baroque architecture in Rome, and its beauty has made it a must-see for anyone visiting the city. The steps have become a gathering place for both locals and tourists, attracting thousands of people each day who come to sit, relax, and admire the view, making it a social and cultural hub within the city. In addition to its architectural significance, the Spanish Steps also serve as an inspiration for artists, filmmakers, and photographers. The steps have appeared in numerous films and have been the subject of countless paintings and photographs over the years, cementing their place as one of the most recognizable and admired sights in the world. Luxury fashion brands, such as Prada, Dolce & Gabbana, Bulgari, and Dior, have chosen to open their boutiques near this remarkable monument. After admiring the smooth travertine steps, visitors can delve deeper into the history of the site. An interesting aspect of the Spanish Steps is their name, Scalinata di Trinita dei Monti, which translates to the staircase to the Church of Trinita. Would you check out this amazing place? Comment 1 if you've been, or 2 if you're adding it to your bucket list. The Trevi Fountain is undoubtedly one of Rome's most iconic and impressive landmarks, a monument that continues to captivate visitors with its grandeur and intricate artistry, no matter how many times they've seen it. However, for some tourists, the Trevi Fountain is simply another item on a sightseeing checklist. Once they've thrown their coin into the fountain, they quickly move on to the next attraction, often missing out on the surrounding area's charm. This is unfortunate because the area around the Trevi Fountain is one of Rome's oldest and most fascinating neighborhoods. Visiting the Trevi Fountain offers a chance to partake in one of Rome's most beloved traditions. According to legend, tossing a coin into the fountain over your left shoulder ensures your return to the Eternal City. This custom dates back to ancient Roman times, when people threw coins into water as an offering to the gods of the seas, hoping to secure a safe journey home. Designed by Nicola Solvi and completed in 1762, the Trevi Fountain is a prime example of Baroque artistry, featuring detailed sculptures and dynamic sea creatures, including wild horses. As you participate in this time-honored ritual, take a moment to appreciate the stunning marble statues of Neptune, the god of the sea, accompanied by tritons. Additionally, it's worth noting that the coins thrown into the fountain are collected each night and donated to Caritas, a charity that supports those in need in Rome. So, your gesture is contributing to a noble cause. The Trevi Fountain is one of the busiest places in Rome, attracting large crowds from morning until night, so be prepared for a bustling atmosphere as you enjoy this historical treasure. The Pantheon is undeniably one of the most awe-inspiring buildings in Rome, and many consider it one of the greatest architectural masterpieces to have survived from antiquity. Completed around 120 AD, it predates even the remains of the Temple of Hadrian, making it a remarkable testament to ancient Roman engineering and design. What makes the Pantheon even more extraordinary is the long history of survival it has endured over nearly 2,000 years. It has withstood barbarian invasions, destructive wars, powerful earthquakes, and the gradual wear and tear of exposure to the elements, including wind, rain, and even snow. Despite the passage of centuries, the Pantheon remains an enduring symbol of the strength and resilience of ancient Roman architecture. For an astonishing 1,300 years, the Pantheon held the title of having the largest dome in the world, a feat it maintained until the completion of St. Peter's Basilica during the Renaissance. This fact alone highlights the architectural brilliance of the building and its significance in the history of construction. But perhaps the most striking feature of the Pantheon is its oculus, the circular opening at the top of the dome, which serves as the building's only source of natural light. This ingenious design element creates a mesmerizing effect, with light streaming through the oculus and shifting throughout the day, casting a spiritual aura inside the structure. From the outside, the Pantheon may appear as a weathered and heavy structure, but once inside, the experience is entirely different. The interior is stunning, with vibrant Italian marble and the unique effect of sunlight streaming through the oculus, creating a beautiful and ethereal atmosphere. Piazza Navona is one of Rome's most iconic squares, renowned for its remarkable architecture, vibrant ambience, and deep historical significance. The square was constructed on the grounds of the ancient Stadium of Domitian, which dates back to the 1st century AD. The stadium once hosted athletic events, and its shape, elongated and oval, served as the inspiration for the square's current design. The central feature of Piazza Navona is the spectacular Fountain of the Four Rivers, designed by the celebrated sculptor John Lorenzo Bernini. This grand fountain symbolizes four major rivers from different continents: the Nile, the Ganges, the Danube, and the Rio de la Plata. The square is surrounded by impressive churches, ornate buildings, and a multitude of cafes where visitors can unwind and admire the stunning surroundings. Piazza Navona is more than just a visually striking location. It has long been a hub for locals and tourists alike. Street performers, musicians, and artists frequently add to the lively atmosphere, offering entertainment and creating a festive environment. The energy of the square is especially alive in the evenings, when the area is bathed in the warm glow of lights and the air is filled with chatter and laughter. In addition to its visual appeal, there are several noteworthy landmarks around the square that are worth exploring. One such site is the Church of Sant'Agnes in Agone, a 17th century church renowned for its beautiful Baroque facade. Inside, art enthusiasts can enjoy a collection of sculptures and paintings. The square is also home to various shops and boutiques, where visitors can purchase local crafts, souvenirs, and tempting Italian delicacies. In conclusion, Piazza Navona is an essential stop for anyone visiting Rome. It combines a rich history, artistic beauty, stunning architecture, and a lively atmosphere, making it an ideal place to relax, explore, and immerse oneself in the heart of the city. Villa Borghese is a vast park located in the heart of Rome, and its unique charm often earns it a spot on the list of the city's must-visit attractions. If you've never explored the Borghese Gardens, you might be surprised to find a park included among the top places to see in Rome. However, Villa Borghese is far more than just a simple park. It is home to a historic villa, the magnificent Borghese Gallery, which houses one of the world's most stunning art collections. The park is also a place where you can play, relax, have a meal, and enjoy some of the best panoramic views over Rome. Regardless of your age or travel preferences, spending a morning in the Borghese Gardens is likely to become one of the highlights of your trip to Rome. Spanning nearly 200 acres, the park stretches across several key areas, including Piazza del Popolo, Piazza di Spagna, Via Veneto, and the residential district of Parioli. The Vittoriano is a large neoclassical monument built in Rome's Piazza Venezia between 1885 and 1911. It was born as a celebratory monument to Victor Emmanuel II, the first king of Italy, and stands as a symbol of patriotic sentiment and pride. As well as celebrating the first king of United Italy, since the 1920s, it has also been home to the tomb of the unknown soldier and currently hosts the Museo del Risorgimento, which contains memorabilia from the time of the fight to unify Italy. As well as its importance, what makes the Vittoriano special is its distinctive appearance, huge and white, in stark contrast with anything else in its immediate surroundings and almost anything else in the city. The monument is an extravaganza of neoclassical architectural elements that, love it or hate it, is unique in the city. The monument takes its name from its original purpose, and it is often referred to as the Vittoriano, from King Victor Emmanuel's name, or Altar della Patria, meaning altar of the fatherland. Although it has also gained some less official denominations, thanks to the wit of the locals. Romans were quick to find a nickname for this monument, by many considered a white monstrosity and an eyesore in an otherwise stunning area of ancient Rome. Inspired by the peculiar shape of the monument, they decided to call it the typewriter, a funny pet name that quickly gave birth to other ones, such as the most common among English speakers, the wedding cake. Trastevere is widely regarded as one of the most picturesque and enchanting neighborhoods in Rome, offering a distinctive charm that captures the essence of the city's old-world beauty. The narrow cobblestone streets meander through the area, lined with colorful buildings that are often draped in ivy, while the balconies overflow with vibrant geraniums and other flowers, creating a postcard-perfect scene. The atmosphere in Trastevere is relaxed and peaceful, providing a stark contrast to the more hectic parts of Rome, where the streets are often congested with traffic and crowds. Here, the pace of life is slower, and it feels more like a small, tight-knit village than the capital of a major European country. Despite this tranquil ambience, its location is highly convenient, with the historic center, the Vatican, and the Colosseum all within a 30-minute walk. This makes Trastevere an ideal place to stay in Rome, particularly for those visiting the city for the first time. As word has spread about the charm of Trastevere, it has become a popular destination for both tourists and locals alike. The once hidden gem is now buzzing with activity, particularly in the evenings, when the area fills with people enjoying a meal or drinks at one of the many restaurants and bars. The neighborhood has become a hotspot for dining out, with a wide variety of eateries offering both traditional Roman dishes and more modern culinary options. However, despite its popularity, it's still possible to find quieter spots. The further you wander away from the river, the more tranquil the area becomes, and it's easy to escape the crowds and enjoy the peaceful side of this historic neighborhood. As with many other Italian cities, the true charm of Trastevere lies in its side streets and hidden corners. Strolling down these lesser-known paths can lead to discovering charming cafes, local shops, and hidden courtyards that capture the spirit of old Rome. It's a neighborhood that invites visitors to slow down, explore at their own pace, and truly immerse themselves in the heart of Rome. We gather our content from various sources. If you notice anything off or have something to add, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Considered one of the oldest roads still in use, the Appian Way was an essential route for ancient Rome, functioning as both a military and economic lifeline. It's often linked to the well-known phrase, "All roads lead to Rome," believed to reflect its historical importance. Today, it stands as a major attraction in Rome, offering visitors a chance to enjoy the sunny Roman climate while stepping back into history. The Appian Way played a key role in connecting Rome to distant parts of the Roman Empire. Initially constructed for military purposes, it was traveled by figures such as Julius Caesar, along with countless soldiers, leaders, and consuls. Christians were buried along the road, and the notorious slave leader Spartacus was crucified on the Appian Way in 71 BC. Over time, it stretched over 300 miles to Brindisi on the Adriatic coast, making it the longest and widest road of its time. Known as the Queen of Roads, its creation in 312 BC was a significant feat even by today's standards. The Appian Way remains impressively well preserved, with its broad, flat stones firmly anchored by centuries of traffic.